Sacramento, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Stanford's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Cardinal come to the line, needing a few inches to move the sticks. He'll sneak it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why...
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and tune and on the same page early.
He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here.
Music no. Here we go, here we go.
The give to the lone running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's McGee. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense. They'll try the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lawson. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. The give as they work on that clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going with the ground game left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. He'll throw it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is stopped. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense turning it on. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan.